what kind of pain is the worst pain?
Oh, I know.
What?
You can't sleep right now. There's monsters nearby.
No. It's a window pane.
Oh.
Welcome back to the Hinkson Christian Podcast.
Hello, guys. Today we have a very special guest, Zoe Crump.
Zoe Crump. What up? Zoe Crump. All right, introduce yourself, Zoe Crump.
Hi.
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 Hi. You did it. What's something cool about you, Zoe?
When I was 10,
Okay.
We've heard this before. When you were 10?
I broke.
All right.
Now I can't go in circles.
So you can't stretch.
Because your arms are...
Well, I have to do them like at different times.
So you broke your arms and you can't collectively, like...
No, I broke one, and so now it doesn't even do it anymore.
Right.
Okay. Cool fact.
Cool fact. Sad fact. Welcome.
Yeah.
So we've got a few announcements. First of all, Fall Festival is coming up this Saturday.
This Saturday. No,
Saturday.
wait.
It is, I
Yes.
think.
Not today.
Yeah, this Saturday.
Yeah.
There you go.
The seniors are going to do a bunch of games. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be a jail, so you can jail your friends and be that kind of person.
Yeah.
And then there's like juniors selling food in the cafeteria. It's a good time. Good time.
Yes.
I really enjoyed it last year, and I'm sure you guys will too.
You enjoy being in jail, Charlie?
Yeah, for like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
But then escaping, that was the fun part.
Yes.
Because nobody caught me. I could just run away.
Oh.
Gosh, Charlie.
Yeah. Anyway, also, I made a song. It's out now. It's called Hi. It's on YouTube and SoundCloud. You can check it out.
HIGH.
Yes.
Yeah,
I will put the links in the description.
Yeah, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, also. So, a bunch of Hinksonites got together and made a Minecraft server.
Yeah.
And so, like, it's a real fun time. And so if you play Minecraft and you want to, just have a good time, peaceful, building stuff, surviving, trading, be chilling out, just come on. We'll put the IP in the description.
Yeah, so
I'm the moderator.
Hinkson
Oh,
Minecraft
Discord.
server.
Discord. Join Discord.
Also, we have a Discord server. Right.
Yes.
Yes.
Join the Discord for communication.
Even if you don't have Minecraft, you can go join Discord because it's an awesome time for Discord too.
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, that's it for announcements. So our first topic for today is how to improve class. So I think all of us can agree that there's at least one class that we're not huge fans of.
Yeah.
But that we can take steps to improve, right?
I mean, yeah, we can always improve anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, so is there classes that y'all don't like, and say why you don't like them, so that like people can know how to improve? I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
We'll start with 8th grade side.
Okay. I think that we should have like time to do homework at the end because some of us are like super busy after school.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait.
And they give us like so much homework.
Yeah, you don't get study halls?
Well, we have one, but it's like only on certain days.
Wait, you have like a full day of classes most days, right? And you don't have time to do homework at the end. Wasn't there like a rule in the handbook that's like you're only allowed to get like your grade times 10 minutes of homework every day? Wasn't that a rule?
Yeah, it's somewhere in the rule book.
It is definitely somewhere in the rule
Yeah,
book.
definitely.
Right, how often does that rule get followed?
Yeah, it's very like gray area now.
It is now very gray.
Yeah, it's like there whenever something goes south, and like the students will be able to like point at it and say to the teachers that this is actually in the rule book.
But now a common thing people hear is like, oh, that was just a suggestion.
Yeah.
Well, it was, right? And I think we brought this up before in
We
this
did.
episode.
Yeah. And nothing actually changed. Okay.
It's difficult to measure, like, amount of homework because a lot of people work at different speeds.
Right.
A lot of classes have different kinds of homework.
So we need to like then first of all set up an objective measurement in which to measure how long homework should take
Which
on
is
average.
kind of impossible.
Kind of impossible. So we could take we could like standardize like one page. Writing one page would take X amount of minutes, and use that to calculate everything.
That sounds really complicated.
It is complicated.
Honestly, I don't think it's really a matter of measurement. It's more like it's simpler than that. Like there's one class that I mentioned last episode that my entire class can agree has more homework than the other classes. In my opinion, each class should have a relatively similar amount of work.
Well, that would imply coordination, Charlie.
Is that really that hard though? Because it's the one class.
It's not hard, but
to
it's something that they have to put effort towards.
like to improve that specific situation. like in our situation with the one class, all it would take is, hey, all of our other classes have less homework. Maybe we can have less homework in this class. Problem solved. You don't need to make up a system of measuring homework. You don't need to coordinate all the different classes. It's just a matter of, talking to the one teacher.
So what happens when all the classes that don't give as much homework rise to meet the level of homework that one class gives?
Well, that wasn't the original request. It was make less homework for the class that has more.
Yes. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah.
So Zoe, you said you don't have time to actually do all the homework.
Well, I mean, I can do it at home, but like I have to help make dinner and
Right.
stuff like that.
And have a social life. You're in soccer too, right?
Yeah, I'm in soccer and drama, so I'm busy all week.
Right. Right. Another thing, I think we also mentioned this in the last episode where we were given homework with the assumption that social life doesn't happen. That's what it feels like a lot of the time.
And then they're like, this is top priority, but you're like...
I would like friends. I would like friends somewhere in my life,
It would be nice for the spheres of my life to not revolve around just school.
Yes.
That is true. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff going on. Well, especially for me, I'm I only have one class, so my social life is open to anything. But still, I can see how others are suffering from it, and one of my classes also, some friends are also struggling with some classes having too much homework, and I wish that it would be more obvious to the teachers, but there will be always room for improvement.
Here's what's sad to me, right? So there's two ways you can handle this amount of work, right? The people who put all their effort into making the homework good, right? All the nerds who want to get A's and try.
Or all the nerds that have to get A's because their parents are pressuring them.
Because their parents are pressuring them or to go into this really big college, they have to put a lot of effort into the homework, and so that kills them. Sleep schedule wise, they have no energy at all, and they're just zombies. Or other people who don't really have to do that, they can afford to put less effort or enough effort to get an A, and not try and make it good, right? Because now that they have too much work already, they have incentive to do it faster and still get that A, right? In order to make room for social life. And so, when teachers, I did hear recently that we, at least my class and the class below us, our writing isn't as good as it should be for college. That's what I heard.
Except for we're not in college.
Well, we're not, but we need to get there. And I think the reason it appears that way is because since we're given a lot of work, the quality of each work goes down.
Right.
Because we're all trying to get it done for the A.
Yeah. It is an ongoing issue in the school.
It's actually an ongoing issue.
Yeah.
So how can we actually solve it? We can complain about it all we want, but how do we solve it?
Or
how would it get solved?
Well, specifically right now we're bringing up the subject of homework, but other than homework, aren't there ways to improve the class itself, it's actually being taught, the way it's being taught, right?
Yeah, I feel it's super boring.
Boring? Well, what makes it boring?
Just the way they teach.
We need specific, not specific. We need something that's doing that specifically, service level questions or not enough discussion, not enough what.
Well, I feel it's just them talking about it for 45 minutes, and they don't give us a voice or anything.
So not enough engagement, really.
Yeah.
That's
communication is a very good thing in the class, especially I heard somewhere in summer that some classes have been very lack of communication between students and the teacher. So I hope that gets resolved as it becomes more aware in this podcast. But other than that, I think for me, there are still new teachers in the school, and I think we can give a little bit of saving grace.
A leeway there.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. You're right, Zoe. Classes that are just someone talking in the front for 45 minutes, those tend to do a lot worse than classes that engage you, make you do something, right? I think a good example of this is we had senior seminars, I think last week. Yeah, during last week. And then the favorite one, my favorite one by far, I think most of my classes' favorite one was the personality one, led by Mrs. Fecka. And the reason it was our favorite, because, like, it's not just someone talking in the front. We're, like, doing activities that illustrate each of the 4 letters, right? And it's fun, and it's interactive, and it's engaging, and you come out knowing more things. It was actually so brilliantly done. And I think more, like, actual classes should be done similarly. Not like, with, like, games and stuff, but, like, should be done in a way that's, like, not just talking. You know? What I mean?
Okay.
So the point, like, the best way of improving a class is for there to be more communication between student and teacher?
I mean, not just that. Like, okay, for example, we went through each of the letters, like you know the Myers-Briggs test, right?
What test?
The Myers-Briggs personality test.
Yes.
This is the 4-letter.
The 4-letter one.
Oh, yeah.
And so she literally went one by letter. Okay, so if you're an I, go this half. If you're an E, go this half of the room.
Oh,
And-
so like there's an activity in
Yes.
class.
And then
move
she's like,
around.
okay, everybody. What'd she say? Okay, I don't remember that example. But okay, so for the last letter, if you're a P, go here. If you're a J, go here. Okay, she goes, pile of M&Ms, build me a house on the desk. And the J's, they had 1 unit of house. And it was the perfect house. It got chimney, door, walls. And then the P, just an absolute chaotic mess. There was Shrek's face on the table. There was one tiny house. The
Right.
bowl was upside down. That was Patrick's house.
Right.
It was just stupid. But
I'm a P.
that illustrated, okay, P, they're just chilling out, having fun. They're just like, you know, and J is just like very like orderly, you know, structure like that. That's how she illustrated P's and J's.
Yeah,
Right.
I think like those kind of personality classes should be in every grade, not only like high schoolers.
Oh,
like
really?
they'll be really interesting to have it like in middle schoolers or like in sophomores or freshmen to see the other friends and what kind of category.
And definitely, but like my point was, like actual classes that we take should be like done more creatively like that. You know, like just add that element of like also having fun while you're learning. That would actually make people learn things.
I mean, there have been times where in a certain class a teacher will make efforts for there to be communication, and then in that case it's not the teacher's fault, it's actually the students just not caring.
I mean, yeah, there's that element.
So, I mean, it could be that the teacher's idea just isn't fun, which is why people aren't engaging, which is also another issue, but, you know, there is the side of it to where students also need to try and put some effort in.
Yeah.
So,
I
just a
mean,
thought.
there's also like when discussion classes are done, some of them, there's the questions that are being asked are either very surface level or like very like geared towards like a certain idea that the teacher wants to hear, right? You know what I mean?
Are we like ranting about like a class right now?
No. I'm just thinking of like a few examples.
Okay.
Like so like you when we can like discuss like a topic and the teacher will ask something about it that's just like a question that's like everyone very obviously knows already, right? And
So
it's
like surface level questions is what
yeah,
you're talking about.
they don't provoke anything deep. Nothing, no meaningful like discussion happens from that.
So you want more like a meaningful
Yeah.
class.
Yeah, you know?
with discussions.
like some of that makes people like their gears turn, like makes maybe an argument spark up. I don't know, you know, something that gets us talking.
I mean, a problem for me is that, like, it's not that important questions aren't asked or, like, even deep questions. It's just that, like, I've already thought about this. Like, I have a pretty set opinion and I'm willing to hear other people's out, but as far as my input goes, like, I don't really have much to say and I don't have a lot to think through.
What's
So-
your opinion on that topic about like deep questions in the class discussions?
I think that's a good idea because, like, when you really think about it,
Yeah.
then it could make your opinion change.
Mm-hmm.
But
Oh, wow.
or when like other people like state their like opinion, then you could be like, oh, that makes more sense, or like, oh, I don't believe that, and then it could be like that.
Oh wow, you actually approached
Do you
it
think
romantically.
like is it too early for you? Like you're in 8th grade right now, but do you think it's never early
No,
for such
'cause there's
questions?
different like levels of deepness.
Yeah.
Right,
of depth,
Depth.
deepery,
with depth,
girth.
length.
I don't do words.
Cool.
Fine.
Neither do I. Honestly. Okay. There's one more thing that I wanted to bring up. Oh yeah. So there's also another reason I heard for why we're getting more work instead of like less is that if we get more of the work, if you're doing something more, you get better at it, right? Mm-hmm. Like if you're practicing a skill more often and doing it more, you're gonna get better.
But you do more in class than at home.
Yeah.
Right.
Classwork.
Exactly. So if you had more classwork and then made the homework less, people would be slightly more motivated to make the less homework more quality.
Plus, if you do it in class, you can actually ask the teacher.
Yes.
If you're at home, you're like, I don't really care. I'm just gonna guess.
That's true.
Right.
I think maybe less like one teacher just talking, and more like just something to do in class, so that students have to like actually do something and actually
activate their brain.
time. Yeah.
Like last year in my math class, I would, we'd have the class to get my homework. I go home, I try to do the homework. I don't understand at all. Like I don't know how to do it. Like
right.
I need help.
Yeah.
Like I can't. So with this year's math class, we can do the math homework in the class.
Yeah.
And then in that case, like I can discuss it with the teacher. If there's something I don't understand, I can ask them then and there, and then like they can try their best to explain it in the way that I understand, and then problem solved.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's great.
It's exactly how class should be done, dude. But like, because a lot less classes should be talking. Because if it's talking, sleep-deprived kids are going to be on the desk asleep, my dude.
And then they get mad at you for sleeping, and you're like, it's because of you.
Oh shoot! Okay.
It's true though. I mean, like if I'm sleeping, it's because your topic and what you're saying isn't interesting enough for me to stay awake. I just don't care.
Right.
Sorry. It's just how it is.
Like, if you've gotten like 4 or 5 hours of sleep, which is actually the average in my class. No, not even kidding.
Okay.
And maybe even 6 hours. And then like you're sitting there in a topic that you're not interested in, you're not passionate about, and you're not even doing anything in the class either. You're just listening, right? You're not gonna pay attention for that long. You're not, like, honestly.
I mean, obviously, a teacher is supposed to teach things, which involves saying stuff. But basically, in a nutshell, you need a balance between talking and lecturing, and then actually doing activities and communicating.
Yeah, I think that's a great balance to go for.
Speaking of communication, if you have a problem with your class, especially if your entire class has an issue with the way that the teacher is teaching or just the class dynamic in general, like, you can totally just come up to the teacher and then, just talk about it. Like, just act like adults and just say, like, hey, I don't like this. I think this can be better. Like constructive criticism in person. Like, we are doing this in the podcast, but you can also just go ahead and say, like, hey, I think this can be better, or I can suggest this, or, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like most teachers that you have a problem with, they don't see you as, like, I guess, pre-adults.
So they don't, like, respect your opinion.
They're just gonna be like, okay, I don't care, I'm the teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I mean, that is, like, how a lot of people feel, like, because, like, a lot of people feel like adults, they're just like, oh, he's a kid, he has a complaint. Like, whatever.
It's a two-way street. The kids need to be willing to speak up, and the teacher needs to be willing to listen.
Yeah, exactly.
And if the teacher isn't willing to listen, then you're probably not good enough to be a teacher.
Nice.
Okay. No, but the thing about these specific handful of adults is that they're here because they want to, they love what they're doing and want to be helpful. Mm-hmm. They're all of them. Because they're not there for money. No. They're not there because Moscow's cool, because no. Mm-hmm. They're here because they like what they do and they want to help, right?
Yes.
And so, all of them. So I think if you do, like, come to them like, hey, you're doing this and this good, but you can do this better, they would probably take that into consideration. It might feel like they don't, because a lot of times as kids we, like,
tend to overreact.
We overreact, and we also tend to get treated that way by a few adults occasionally. But more often than not, you'll get something done by.
If you set at least like a minimum stage of communication, is the start. So
yeah, dude.
There's a feedback going to the teacher. It's just like we creating our channel. We always take feedback because we want to improve. So, but if we don't have the feedback, it's also a problem. That's why we always liked having a lot of comments, because it gives us a lot of insight of what we're doing.
And honestly, the negative comments, which I usually get in person, not in the comment section, but like the negative comments are usually the most like constructive and the most helpful, because that's what I use to improve. That's what we use to actually get better and improve what we're doing. Because without the negative feedback, we can't actually get better. So it's not like we're upset by negative feedback, because it's actually the best kind of feedback that we can get, other than like supportive feedback. So.
Right. Oh, also, teachers, listen to this. We ain't trying to be disrespectful here, all right? We're trying to A, spread positive vibes, B, just be constructive about what we're saying, right? So, I guess we don't mean no disrespect, my dudes. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how to word that, but you know what I'm saying.
All right, well, I think that's about it. That's all that we have to say about improving classes.
Oh, snap. Is it comment time?
Now we have comment time.
Oh, snap. It's comment time.
Comment time.
Here we go. All right, first comment from Anton Kiko.
Oh, gosh.
Karina should be permanent host. Retire Charlie, please.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my
Okay,
gosh,
Anton, I'm deeply offended, and we're no longer friends.
Yes,
So,
exactly.
and Karina won't be a permanent host. It'll still be me, and you have to deal with it.
Ooh,
so,
snap. What are you going to do about that?
Yeah.
I'm pulling?
Yeah.
Yeah, you said
Change the
it.
channel.
Yeah,
There you go.
exactly.
Next comment.
Next comment from Southerner himself, Jonathan Joyce. Simon gets criticized every time he publicly speaks for talking too fast. Also, Simon, I don't really struggle with anything in public speaking. All right, listen, Southerner. all right, listen.
Some constructive criticism.
Yeah. I get criticized, Southerner, but my point was I'm not uncomfortable on stage. A lot of people get nervous on stage. I don't get nervous on stage. I'm comfortable on stage. That's what I was saying. Yeah, I get criticized. Yeah, I talk too fast. Good spicy meme though, I guess.
Right. Next, next comment is from Triangle. Love it or hate it, they're spitting fact.
Oh wow, who's Triangle? I don't know him.
Yeah, I don't know who Triangle is, but I think he's very handsome. But anyway, yes, we are spitting straight facts, and love it or hate it, it's
I love it.
facts.
I love
it's just
it.
facts.
I love it, Moses.
Austin Crump.
Oh snap, Austin
It's
Crump.
Austin Crump.
Thoughts on roller coasters?
Roller coasters.
Wait, so like thoughts that we have while being on roller coasters?
Well, I mean, like
thoughts.
opinion.
Thoughts on roller coaster.
Oh my gosh, I want to
It's
die.
like shower thoughts, but like on
Yeah.
Roller coaster thoughts.
Oh my gosh, you're like
So
just
high.
floating through the air. Wait a minute.
World
Let me have a
hunger.
thought on this. Okay.
No. I mean, like I used to like roller coasters as a kid, but then like as I got older, it's just like no, I don't like them anymore. I don't.
Right.
I don't really have that many experiences with roller coasters.
Really?
Like I seriously can't remember a time that I've been on a roller coaster. But
I mean-
they look really fun, and they look like something I would like love, because I love doing things that just like scare me and excite me.
Oh
so,
gosh.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm just old, but it's just unpleasant for me, dude. Because like my stomach is like all over the place, and my head's just like, oh my god, Simon, why did you do this to yourself? What are you doing? And
What
then I
about
was like, I don't know.
what about Zoe?
I actually love roller coasters. I love
Okay.
the adrenaline rush, but I've always had a problem with them because I'm short, so I can never
Whoa.
ride the ones that
Really?
you do.
No,
Moses
that's a
can
problem.
understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't really like them. Maybe when I'm forced with other like group of friends and they really want it, and I'm like, fine. And I have to
Well,
go.
yeah, roller coasters alone are awful.
Oh,
yeah.
You just feel
Yeah.
dumb
Yeah.
and lonely.
It's like going to a movie cinema, but it's worse when you're in the roller coaster
Yeah.
alone.
I want to see Moses' face on a roller coaster.
Oh, it's.
If you're alone,
I get
you just,
terrified.
like, stone face.
I wonder if he just goes down and he's like, he's still like,
Just drinking like cocktail in while in the roller coaster.
You balance it perfectly,
everyone
doesn't
else,
spill.
everyone else is freaking out. You're just like,
Yeah.
spoon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that it for roller coasters?
Yeah, I think that's
so.
it, honestly. I
That
don't
was
know.
great.
So as you guys know, a guest has the privilege of choosing whatever topic they like.
Yes.
And apparently Zoe Crump is very passionate about hating snow.
Hating snow.
This is true.
Dude, I understand you. Now tell me, why do you hate snow? Tell me.
It's just cold, and
Yeah.
when it's beautiful from a window, most of the time.
From a
Except we live in
window
Russia, so
pane.
it's like
Everywhere.
awful, and just city looks gross. But like
Oh, shoot.
when it melts, especially, it's like all
It's
wet.
like wet cold now.
Yeah.
And then it like splashes up on you, and then you're cold.
It's like snow without the benefits of snow.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and then like when you're outside, it's just like blowing in your face.
Oh,
That is true.
all the time, dude.
I think
like-
yeah.
No, go ahead.
Okay. I think Russia is one of the biggest, like, I guess, victims of winter. Because,
Yeah.
like, when it gets to a certain point in the winter, you look outside it's just so gray and depressing. It looks lifeless, and it's really sad.
I know.
And on top of that, like, I love going on walks, like, especially alone. Like,
Yeah.
just go to the store, get a drink, you know, have a walk, and just think about life.
You can't do that if it hurts, dude.
Yeah, I go outside. I'm just, like, in constant pain because
Like
it's
your
so
face
cold.
hurts, your hands hurt.
Yeah, the snow is just, like, in my face, and it's not fun.
It's abuse, dude. It's weather abuse.
Plus, everything looks ugly. So.
Okay, no, but okay. So the common arguments you hear from people who like snow, which those people exist, by the way, they're gonna be in the comments too, yelling at me. The snow looks really pretty outside, and you can make snowballs and snowmen and snow forts and
Snowballs.
snowmen balls.
Right.
It's like, okay, cool, but is that worth the exchange of face pain, nose pain,
Ear pain.
ear pain, hand
Body
pain, feet pain,
yeah.
heart pain, soul pain?
Yeah.
Why pain?
Why pain?
I think that's
Window pain.
I think that's mainly
Full
for
circle.
kids, because like I mean, not that adults can't play in the snow. Like totally, you do you.
Yeah.
But you know, most of the time it's kids who like playing in the snow.
Yeah.
And then also other people who usually don't play in the snow and make snowballs and snow forts and snowmen. We can't relate in that way. So
We're just gamers.
Yeah.
So why?
We're too old, man.
Yeah, we're
just
too old.
I mean,
So-
although for me, I really like
Moses.
in my own eyes, like it's like a better version of rain, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Not to hate on raining, but
But
like
rain is great.
I know
Yes.
What?
'Cause
Wait,
the,
what?
the sound of rain on like 10 or something, or on a
Okay.
tent.
it's like same
Yes.
thing as looking at the
So
window
good.
when it's snowing.
Yeah.
Like, but when you're inside of
But you can
rain,
have an umbrella.
yeah, but like
Snow just comes
my
in
hand
anyway.
my hand like is busy and I have to go around with it.
What is
Yeah.
your hand doing?
Well, in snow I can just dance around in the snow and just eat the snow midair.
Moses,
Right.
Are you okay?
But also, like rain, you can have rain boots and then stomp in puddles, and it's not always cold. Especially, I live in Texas.
But have you tried stepping on clean snow and just listening to like
Okay,
crunch?
yes,
Yeah.
that crunch
Exactly,
is good.
yeah.
Except around you, you're just mad.
ASMR from weather.
You're just mad.
that's
you're
one
sad,
one
you're
benefit. of it.
Depressed.
Yeah.
You're just like now you're doing it out of anger.
Yeah.
It's like,
Right.
No.
oh gosh.
But it
Act-
all melted. Like where did it all go?
Yo, I heard that like if you like are completely underneath a layer of snow, it's actually warm.
Yeah. That's
I
how
heard-
plants survive.
I know.
So
Which
what are
is
you gonna go
weird.
swimming in the snow? Like just have
I
a snow
haven't
blanket?
tried it,
Just bury yourself in snow.
but I kind of want to play Minecraft under a layer of snow.
Make an igloo, man. That's how they work.
Yeah.
It's like it's warm inside, but it's super cold.
I don't know how that works. How does it work?
It's like
so
I don't know.
confused.
I think
Greenhouse.
one of the worst parts of snow is the like transition between winter and spring.
Oh.
Like that's the ugliest
Yes.
time because
It's
like
all brown. It's
like
all
everything is brown. The dirt and like the grass, it's just dead.
Yeah.
And then you've got like these black brownish like chunks of snow
and
that
they're
are like
slush.
ice.
It's slush. It's slush.
slushy and everything is disgusting. It's horrible.
You can't even wear your nice shoes.
Because
I
they'll get
can't wear
ruined.
my nice shoes.
Instant ruined.
I can only wear
exactly.
black winter boots. That's my only option.
Nope.
So
Yeah.
it sucks for fashionable people too.
Like you.
Right.
Oh,
maybe
gosh.
the fall is like a nice.
Fall.
Yeah,
I
fall.
love fall so much.
yeah.
It's my favorite.
It's not too hot. It's not super cold.
So like one day of the year where it's perfect weather, you're
Yeah.
like, yes.
I think I love fall.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean-
because when you're sick, you can like snuggle up in a blanket
Yeah.
and watch.
And-
I love animated movies when I'm sick. I don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're drinking hot cocoa, and it's like raining outside.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Put on
dude.
lo-fi.
Studio Ghibli film. Lo-fi.
Yeah.
Oh my
Nice hot cocoa under the covers.
By yourself.
Ouch.
All alone in the corner of your dark house.
Crying your
No one is
family.
home.
Well, that just took a turn.
Dark outside, raining. You wonder why
Stop, Moses.
friends are outside playing in the rain while you're all alone, cold.
On the
sick.
Minecraft server without me.
You see a Facebook post like, oh, I'm hanging at the mall, like, wow,
Yeah.
that's cool.
You see all your friends with your other friends,
Yeah.
and you're like, wait, they're not my friends.
Didn't invite me, that's fine. I'll just sit
Uninvited.
here watching.
This is what
anime.
social media does to you, Charlie. Are we gonna? No.
That's
not
too.
gonna do
Maybe for later we'll
Yeah.
talk about
Later,
the
later.
evils of social media.
Yeah.
I'm addicted to Uber Boys.
Yeah.
I've never been to Ubu Java.
Club Penguin. Don't even say it. Don't even say it.
Not even once.
I am violent Cal.
Man.
Well, I think that's it for today. So thank you so much for being
Yeah.
here.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for coming, Zoe.
Zoe Crump.
And yeah,
Follow
that's
her
it for
on
today.
Instagram.
Hey, if you want to be,
my Instagram.
if you want to be a guest, right? Just hit me up, hit Charlie up, hit Moses up, right? We'll hook you up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also
Comment,
leave
likes.
comments for comment time. We gotta
Subscribe.
get those comments for comment time. 100 subs for Junha. We gotta hit 100 subs if you
Yeah.
want Junha on the podcast.
Please.
What else am I forgetting?
I think that's it.
I think that's it.
All right. Yeah. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
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 I thought we forgot about this.
No, I'm not gonna. This is my thing now. Oh, stretching is so great.